So, Operation Gladio was set up after World War II by England in order to stand as a bulwark against communism coming into Europe. They were very worried that Stalin was going to take over Europe at the time. And what they done was they set up a bunch of paramilitary units all over Europe that were heavily armed and heavily financed in secret. And their job was to wait in the long grass. And if Stalin was to march into Europe, they would be able to resist immediately. They had the arms and money to do so immediately. And that would give the Allies the time to prepare a pushback against Stalin. There is no way to describe Operation Gladio in its entirety. It's huge. It was set up by the British in Italy initially. Then America came in on it, and it rolled out across the whole of Europe. And then NATO took over financing and operating. And the main operators of Operation Gladio have a seat in NATO. And it just seems so weird to me to see the left in Ireland, or what they call the left in Ireland, out supporting what are ultra right-wing Nazis in Ukraine. I would suggest, I would posit that Hungary is the administrative capital of the Operation Gladio, but Ukraine is the strategic capital of Operation Gladio. That's where they have their weapons bases. That's where they do their research and development. That's where they have their nukes. So we have a situation where ultra right-wing Nazis are running a country called the Ukraine in conjunction with the Ukrainian mob, and they have a sizable territory between Europe and Russia called the Ukraine, and they can wage any kind of war they choose from that spot. Even a conventional bomb in Chernobyl would cause huge damage to the rest of the world. So what we need to start focusing on, I feel, is this Operation Gladio and how its tentacles have been spread out across Europe over the last 80 years. They're here in Ireland, they're in England, they're everywhere. And they are huge, they are well armed, they are well trained, and they have limitless finance. And it's multi-generational Nazi ideology. And this is why the American Democrat Party are so involved with them. People don't realize that the American Democrat Party are the people who set up the Jim Crow laws. The American Democrat Party are the people who inspired Hitler to cleanse Europe. So when we look at this and we see the American Democrat Party fighting on supposedly the side of equality, but actually when you look at the operators inside the American Democrat Party, Biden, Romney, Pelosi, they're all heavily invested in Ukraine. And the truth of the matter is these people, as we've always been saying, are the actual racists. These people are the actual fascists, and you only have to look at their behavior every day. So that's our biggest problem at the moment, is the Ukraine has been handed over to Operation Gladio, and they are on the warpath.